get to that in a second.
To what?
All right, so in that, what was your view of that whole situation with the double technicals? After having a great game, by the way, 16 points.
Yeah. You know, there's just so much we can't control as players, and maybe I can control my emotion a little bit more, but honestly, I didn't want to. I think sometimes a team needs that. I was feeling good tonight. Finally, I've been dealing with some stuff, and it felt good to kind of be back. Now we just need our team to be consistently all together and have that spark. But I don't know. I think it's a good question for the Players Association to maybe see the ref situation and how we can be better moving forward. As a group, we get fined for a lot of stuff, but I think they need to be held accountable too.
How comfortable are you just expressing your emotions in a game? Like, how comfortable is it to just...
Obviously, I don't really care. But I will say that was my first time ever being ejected, which is like pretty good for me, you know. But honestly, I really do think that Coach got one, kind of fired us up a little bit, but sometimes we just need to get a spark under our butts. And we're in a rut right now. I think that's no secret. Everyone can see it. But teams go through that. And I think that you embrace it, you find the light in that, you find ways to be better for one another, and collectively as a team, you know, we're going to come out on the right side of it. We just have to hang in there and stay together.
And how did that lineup adjustment help you kind of find your group?
Yeah, honestly, Mo's awesome. I'm so happy she's on our squad. Just an actual 4 is really nice, who can rebound, who can run, who's super athletic. And I think it was just really good for rotation-wise. Like I said, I'm kind of just doing whatever they need me to do. I don't get caught up in starting lineups. I don't care if I'm coming off the bench, whatever the team needs. Like, that's what I want to do. I just want to win. And I think rotation-wise, especially with the lineup that Minnesota had, it just made sense.
Sophie, first off, nice to see you again.
Yes, you too.
Coach talked about the team sort of being in a funk offensively. As players, as the ones that are on the court, how do you fix that?
Practice. I think just with some injuries we've had, we have kind of an older roster, so you want to try to protect that. But sometimes you just need to roll your sleeves up and go to work, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. I think we have a bunch of dogs on this team. We're all staying strong together, and sometimes you just have to kind of go through that grossness together, and it sucks. You can't really do anything about it, but you just got to keep putting in the work, and eventually, you know, it'll all come together when it's supposed to. But it really is just practicing. We haven't had a legit practice in quite a long time, and so I think everyone's pretty much looking forward to Friday.
Much of these next 2 days, you know, to recover. You know, you've been obviously on the road, came back, and now you have the homestand, of course, and you haven't had that time. But how much do you think that will help going into Sunday against Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can kind of relax your bodies a little bit, it's nice. For me, and I think for a lot of my teammates, it's like we want that rest, but we also want to put in the work. Like, we're tired of not only losing for us, but for the X Factor, for the Valley. I mean, they come out and show out for us every single night, and so we got to put on for them. We have pride in them, and so we're excited for the off day, I guess, but I think we're really trying to roll up our sleeves and go to work because we don't have that much of season left.
Sophie, tonight you moved into top 10 in franchise history in scoring. Big picture, what does that milestone mean to you?
Really? Weird. Honestly, I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. It's cool. I've been here for 6 years, and it's been like an up and down 6 years, let me tell you. So I'm just happy that I have good people around me. I persevered through quite a bit. And so to be top 10, you know, I'm probably up there with a lot of greats up there. So I'll stay down here and I'll stay in my lane.
When you play this caliber of team, New York, Minnesota, now Las Vegas, it's really hard, right, to get behind 20-5 and then try to dig out, and they're really good to build it back up. I mean, it's just you got to try to avoid that, right?
You do. They're number 1 in offense, but we're actually number 2. So that's our defense. That's our turnovers. It's little things that we have to control better, and we can't. We only had like 2 deflections in the first half defensively, and if we want to be the team and be, you know, put our money where our mouth is and be where we want to be at the end of the season, defensively we've got to buck up. You know, we got to be more aggressive. They're a phenomenal team. They have a great offense. I think everyone in the league wants to run that type of offense. We have the players to do it. They've been together a little bit longer, but for me, we're in a rut. That's, again, everyone knows that, but that's okay. That's okay. That teams go through that, and I think we'll peak exactly at the right time. But I think really it is defensively. It's collectively being on the same page. We're a little bit indecisive on our movements, but we'll clean it up. So it'll be good moving forward.
Last one.
Hey Sophie, it's Aya Abdeen for Arizona PBS Cronkite News. I know that the Mercury had the first two matchups that are really tough against the Liberty and the Lynx in the 5-game homestand. How are you looking to end a homestand on a high note before heading to the playoffs?
Yeah, great question. It's those, and then you have Vegas, and then I think you have Atlanta and Washington, who are really good teams. Everyone's good this year. But when you have three of the top teams, you know, out of your home crowd, you want to put on, like I said, for the X factor. I think there's a lot of things that we can clean up. This is a really good test for us. It's a really great opportunity for us to be better defensively, offensively, getting on the same page. And so for us, you definitely want to end on a high note, especially at home, and definitely moving into the playoffs.